Hello and welcome back to Forever Rugby on Forever Sports. This all-important next clash, Great Britain up against the USA. Great Britain, of course, perhaps have an opportunity at the bottom of the table, it must be said. So all the odds stacked against them as the USA kick off from right to left. We're underway. Great Britain in possession now. Inside their own 22, working their way up against this left-hand touchline. They have it all to do. They've got a mountain to climb. A massive negative points difference at minus 17 for Great Britain. So I think pretty much they're playing for pride here. Australia, of course, up against Ireland in the final pool clash in Pool B. Ireland would need a victory against Australia to go through. Australia, of course, have the home crowd behind them, but a penalty here for Great Britain, which has resulted in a kick to touch. 2 out of 2 losses for Great Britain puts them in an unfortunate position. But in possession here, almost up to the 10-meter mark of the USA on this right-hand touchline. The ball is loose. It's advantage USA as they come away with it now. There's space out wide down this left-hand side. Perry Baker! You go all the way! Try time for the USA! We know he's no stranger to the try line. And if you can't get your hands on him first time, Perry Baker will make you pay. And the USA are in for this first try. Coasting down this left-hand touchline. Not even putting on all the afterburners. And it's try time for the USA here to open up the account. The conversion attempt from Madison Hughes is unsuccessful, just shaving the right hand upright, but the USA with the early lead here by 5 points to 0 via that man, Perry Baker. Wouldn't we want to see more of him in this game? The USA take the restart. Of course, 2 out of 2 victories, defeating Australia in that extra time. Breaking the hearts of the home side. But the USA in a strong position for that Cup quarterfinal and potentially to progress further. It's a loose ball from Great Britain. And just like that, the USA are in again, showing their class, scoring their second try. Joe Schroeder for the USA. The ball bouncing loose. Great Britain not able to deal with it. And just in that moment, it pretty much sums up the tournament so far for Great Britain. Not efficient on attack there with ball in hand. And the USA make them pay again. It's 10 points to 0. Right up against this right-hand touchline. The conversion not successful there. So it remains at 10 points to 0. So Great Britain would need to score twice here to get into the lead, as Madison Hughes will take the restart. The USA showing their urgency to end this pool stages on a high. Great Britain do, however, get the restart. They've got it all to do. They're playing for pride at the moment, just perhaps lacking that finishing touch. Great Britain, the USA, of course, have the pace, the class out wide in Perry Baker, who can finish at any time, but it's a penalty here to Great Britain. Almost up to the 22, 15 meters in from this left-hand touchline, but it's turnover ball. Madison Hughes all over it there at ruck time. Legally so, says the referee. So just when you thought Great Britain are working themselves into an attacking danger zone, the USA thwart that attack and pump a kick upfield down this left-hand touchline over the 10-meter mark inside Great Britain territory. The USA have been sharp in the pool stages and just continuing their endeavours in this final pool game. With just over a minute and a half to play in this first half, it's been all USA. They secure the line out from that penalty kick. Hughes at the base. The United States on the 10-meter mark inside Great Britain territory. Breaking a tackle, looking for support. The ball is still alive, albeit loose. Precious possession here for the USA. Perry Baker looking to find someone out wide. Joe Schroeder fending off one. It's a strong counter-ruck from Great Britain. Strong enough, says the referee. They're going to need to put some phases together, however, Great Britain. Still trailing by those 10 points, 2 early tries, albeit unconverted tries. The USA have been dominant in this first half. 10 meters in from this left-hand touchline. Great Britain works centre field. Still on their own 10-meter mark. The defence holding up for the moment. And it's turnover ball. The USA all over it legally again, says the referee. So we're just inside the half of Great Britain, about 20 meters from this right-hand touchline. The USA have called for a scrum, looking to end this first half on a high. South Africa, of course, as we see, will play Fiji in the Cup quarter-final. The Blitzboks, unfortunately, going down to Argentina. They have to overcome the mighty Flying Fijians, who we saw come from a 14-point deficit to beat New Zealand by 21 points to 14. So a massive ask for South Africa, but it's a loose ball from the scrum. Great Britain come away with it, and it's try time for Team GBR. Kaleem Barreto gets over the white line. Not able to secure the ball there. Madison Hughes not finding his man from the base of that scrum. Team GBR picking up the loose ball. And Kaleem Barreto scores the try. With the conversion to come, that'll be pretty much that for the first half. The conversion sailing and unsuccessful. Make that 10 points to 5. It's not all over here in Pool B. The final game, of course, in Pool B. Following that will be Australia up against Ireland, the home side, of course, looking to secure their passage in the Cup playoffs. So as we mentioned, a massive mountain to climb for the Blitzboks. In order to get to that Cup semi-final, they need to overcome Fiji. Fiji, of course, topping their group, undefeated, and showing that they can fight back in adversity as well. They've got the skill to keep the ball alive, so the Blitzboks will definitely have their work cut out for them. Argentina will be up against France. We just await to see the final pool game to see how the fixtures pan out for that Cup quarterfinals. We will be live for every single one of those games, including the semi-finals early tomorrow morning, South African Standard Time. I'll be taking you live for those semi-finals. And then at 7 minutes to 12 tomorrow, South African Standard Time, I'll be taking you through the Cup final. We're almost at the conclusion of the pool stages for these two teams. It's one half to go. The USA up by 10 points to 5. And Team GBR will kick off the second half from right to left. Can they finish the pool stages with the victory so far? 2 out of 2 losses for Great Britain. But all still to play for here at 10 points to 5. Team GBR get the restart, but in the process of gathering the ball, have knocked it on. Waddleton there going up for the ball, but just knocking it on in the process. And the USA will have a scrum. 5 meters in from this right-hand touchline. They'll be looking to work themselves up to their own 10-meter mark. We're inside their own 10-meter mark for the moment. They lost the last scrum and it converted GBR to get a try. Is there an opportunity now? It's a loose ball. Offside at ruck time, says the referee. A momentary sigh of relief as the USA get a penalty here and work themselves over the 10-meter mark. Madison Hughes looking for Perry Baker out wide, but not enough space for him to stretch those long, lanky legs. But still in possession. Oh, USA. Over halfway now. Here come the USA. Here's a real opportunity. Can you find his support? Madison Hughes. We're 10 meters out now. Some wonderful work over the ball from Team GBR. What does the referee say? It's try time. It's a loose ball there. Some wonderful work over the ball with the steal, Great Britain. But Schroeder is over for his second try. The ball popped up loose. He was on the receiving end. It's under the sticks. This should be a 7-pointer. Thomason finding his support runner in Joe Schroeder, and the USA could potentially go up by 17 points to 5 here, which Madison Hughes makes no mistake. So somewhat of a buffer here for the USA for the moment with over 4.5 minutes to play. The restart didn't go the 10 meters there. So we'll come back for advantage Team GBR. Trailing by 5 points to 17 here. Tap and go from halfway for Great Britain. Can they find their shape on attack here? The defense for the moment, shepherding them down this right-hand touchline. It's a chip ahead. Great Britain have a real opportunity. What does the referee say? In consultation with his assistant referee, they've decided to go to the TMO. Potentially dotted down there for Great Britain after the chip ahead. It almost looked like a tackle, an early tackle there from one of the United States players. We await the decision from the TMO. A crucial call here. Team GBR being in such an attacking position in the red danger zone. Dotted down from one of the USA players there, but it almost seems like an early tackle on one of the Great Britain players there. The TMO taking his time to make the right call. But for the moment, Great Britain trail by 5 points to 17. It's going to be a scrum, says the TMO, so no early tackle. Knocked on there from the Great Britain player. As we see a couple of substitutions come on, some fresh legs. We know the toll that this game can take on a player. You need some injection of fresh legs with just over 3 minutes to play. With all the space on the field, it doesn't seem like 7 minutes is a long time, but they're going at 100% all the time. You can't take your eyes off the ball or your man. For a moment, you will be punished. The USA 5 meters in from this right-hand touchline, 5 meters in from their own try line, get a penalty. It's an infringement. At ruck time, Great Britain over eager. And Madison Hughes answers the call and puts it into touch, slowing the game down somewhat. The USA up by 17 points to 5. And they secure the line out on their own 22, working centre field towards this left-hand side. Is there an opportunity here? Up to the 10-meter mark, the USA holding on to the ball, eating away at the clock. Wonderful defense there, but they're up to halfway, the USA. Great Britain need ball in hand, and for the moment, they don't seem to get their hands on the ball. Here come the USA now. Is there some space out on this right-hand side? Coming back in field, looking for his support runner there. Keeping the ball alive. There's an opportunity now. Can they shift it? Still alive, still in possession, the USA. But Team GBR all over the ball there and getting a penalty and playing quickly. Where was this urgency earlier on? Team GBR coasting up towards the 22 of the USA. Still in possession. But diving off their feet at ruck time to secure that ball. And just as they make some wonderful meters on attack, the efficiency in presenting the ball or securing the ball at ruck time is not up to standard. It's been somewhat of a stop-start affair here for Team GBR. But for the USA, I'm sure we'll just be looking to slow down the game just a little bit. Up by more than 2 scores. Or should I say, up by 12 points. Team GBR would need to score 2 converted tries to win it. 2 tries, 1 converted to take it to extra time. But this game with just over 30 seconds left to play seems, for all intents and purposes, it's going to be a victory for the USA. Would see them march on to that Cup quarter-final. Not straight in the line-out from that resulting penalty kick into touch. Will Team GBR have the final say here? It's going to be a victory for the USA. 3 tries to 1 to the good in this game. That will conclude Pool B, of course. Team GBR with 3 out of 3 losses. The USA with 3 out of 3 victories. Scrum down, 15 meters in from this left-hand touchline, just outside the 22 of the USA. Here come GBR, playing for pride. Down this right-hand side, is there an opportunity? A leap towards the try line. Puts it over. The referee says it's good. Austin Emery there with the leap to the try line. He was denied earlier on with that knock on. This time he won't be denied. Using the full width of the pitch, but leaping over the try line and putting it down before getting any foot into touch. The conversion unsuccessful, but the USA, although there was a consolation try for Great Britain, take this match by 17 points to 10. Up next to conclude the final pool stage game is Australia against Ireland, the home side, of course. Stay tuned for that one. Heartbreak for Great Britain. They go down with 3 out of 3 losses. The USA go marching on. See you on the other side.